What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on Get Up, they're going to be talking about should Zion Williamson return back to the Pelicans if he's cleared to play? So let's see what they have to say about that.
New Orleans fans are again upset with officials last night. The time was running out, and Pelicans' Brandon Ingram missed a layup at the buzzer. RJ says he doesn't get the call, but no foul was called on Rudy Gobert. Replays show Gobert's left arm made contact with Ingram's right arm. The refs reviewed whether there was a clock malfunction and determined there wasn't. However, the rules prohibit them from retroactively adding a foul since you can't challenge a non-call. Okay, but good news for the Pelicans as Zion Williamson is expected to return to 5-on-5 practice later today. Williamson took the court for his normal workout routine before the Pelicans game Monday night and looked healthy, throwing down a couple big dunks there. Jalen Rose here with us now. Richard Jefferson, who you heard talking there.
So I think this is pretty risky by Zion Williamson and his coaching staff. So the only way I'd have Zion playing is if he's 100%, which is probably not, or if the doctors say he's as good as he's going to get up until this point, or until next year. So it'd be okay to play him. If he's like at, I don't know what, 92%, 85%, somewhere around there, I'm not gonna have him play. It's not worth having to risk re-injury, especially if he's still healing. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't play him at all. So let's continue.
And of course, Tim Legler. And we'll start with you, Jalen. What do you think the Pelicans should do to handle Zion's minutes? I'll let you finish pouring your drink there, though.
Oh, no, fine. I'm at home. I'm comfortable, no doubt about it. So you definitely got to ease this guy in slow. He's had injury history in high school, in college, in summer league. He's 19 years old and hasn't played his first NBA game yet. He's clear for 5-on-5 practice. They're not going to be a playoff team. So it would be great to send a jolt to the rest of the team to see if he can play alongside Alonzo. What's going to happen with Ingram? Give him 5 or 10 games maximum. But other than that, don't think Zion's going to be the savior for this year. Even if you decide not to play him at all, I wouldn't be mad at that either.
So like I said before, if he's not 100% or as good as he's going to get up until next year, up until this point, I would not play him. It's just not worth having him get hurt. He's your number one player. He's the biggest attraction for the Pelicans. You've invested a lot of money into this guy. Have him sit out this 1 year. You'll have to write that off so he can come back next year good to go. I mean, like I said, he may want to play, of course. You want to, attract people, but Zion should be working on losing weight, getting his weight under control, getting a new, workout system going. He could be working on his game. So by the time he comes back next year, he'll hit the ground running and be a superstar. But it's just not worth having him get hurt right now because people want to see him. And I would like to know, the doctor said he's clear to play 5-on-5. So what percentage is he at as being healthy? Because if you can play 5-on-5, that means you could be somewhere about like 75%. Somewhere around there. So if he's 75%, I'm definitely not playing him. Especially if he's still healing, there's no way. That's why I want to know what the percentage is. So if he's like, 90s, a little higher, maybe 95, okay, we might get you in there for a few minutes. But if he's at like 75%, there's no way. This season's done.
His name is Michael Smith. Any individual coming off of a knee surgery should be limited, right? Anybody, it doesn't matter. So the fact that it's Zion Williamson, everybody wants to see him, everyone wants to talk about load management and all this other drama. At the end of the day, he's coming off a knee surgery, and he needs to take his time, even though we want to see him in all the highlights.
Legs, how would you handle it?
Yeah, I completely agree. Look, truth of the matter is, in the world we live in now, he might not play back-to-backs next year.
Right.
I mean, literally, that's the way they handle guys like this now. My thing is, I'm cool with taking as long as you want to finally come back. And let's say we see him in 2 weeks, whatever it may be. Key is play him. Like this thought that's out there that some people are debating, like should they just shelve him for the year? You're talking about, if you do that, shutting a guy down that's basically healthy for 9 more months before he plays competitive basketball.
Wait a minute. So if he's basically healthy, then he should be playing, right? I mean, actually, no, you don't even want to play with basically healthy. I want him to be healthy. I want to be as good as he can get. If he can't get any better while sitting out, then I will play him. Or if he's 100%. But if he's still healing and he's still like at 75%, 73%, somewhere around there, you'd be stupid to play him. You'd be absolutely stupid. And he's a young kid that's highly motivated and he can't wait to play his first game. So you're going to have to save him from himself. You can't tell him, okay, we're going to put you in there for a couple minutes, but don't go super, super hard. Don't hurt yourself. He's going to go hard. So save him from himself, save your investment, and just call it a year. Said, look, Zion, we're going to shut you down for the year. We're going to give you a new workout plan, cut some weight. We're going to work on your game, get your all-around game good, your jumping from all around, and we'll start you next year. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And especially Zion personally, it's not worth you getting hurt and have your short career, have no career. It's not worth it, man. Just sit out.
At a peak year athletically, I just don't agree with that thought process, but I agree. No back-to-backs, 20 minutes a night at first. I think that's the way to handle Zion.
Shutting him down, would you do that?
Well, you got to consider it, Legs, because he's the third heaviest player in the NBA. Behind Taco Fall is one of those guys.
That ain't changing. That ain't going to change.
And Taco Fall is like 7'6", mind you. So.
Correct.
That ain't going to change.
Correct. And so, therefore, the guys that are heavier than him in Murazan, I said Murazan because I'm looking at you.
That's right. That's right. Big diesel.
Man, I'll tell you, those elbows in there. That's right. I'll try to tell you. But those guys that are heavier than him have never been athletic, considered running fast, or any of that thing. Any of those things. Zion is considered to be a terrific and amazing athlete, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know. I think when you want to talk about potential draft picks next year, that's when you start sitting out guys for an entire year. But if you're healthy, you should play because you can focus on the draft pick, but you can also focus on your development. And he's not going to get better until he starts playing basketball games. His body can't start acclimating to the rigors of an NBA schedule until he starts playing. So the sooner you start that, the sooner we can see what he's capable of.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with going hard in practice. You can go hard all you want, but I don't want you out there for a live game. I cannot risk you getting hurt. I would sacrifice this whole season, money, and everything to have him come back next year and be 100% or as good as he's going to get. Why even take a chance remotely that, we'll play him at 75%, 77%, but we won't play him hard, and then he gets hurt. And then now you have another problem. I mean, if nobody's learned what happened to Kevin Durant last year, then I don't know what to tell you. It just doesn't make sense. Shut down Zion. Have him lose weight, work on his game, and bring him back next year. Do not take a chance on him. You know he's your bread and butter. Don't take a chance on him. So, I don't know. Let's continue.
Murazan.
There we go.
There you go.
Just throw out some
I
names
remember
here.
setting some screens on to hit that three.
Georgie caught me with